Hi there, it's Sam and I'm back with another video for Lawn Fawn. Today I'm making a card using the Candy Cane Lane paper pad, the Cheesy Christmas stamps and dies, the Fancy Wavy banners, and the Diorama stamps die set. Excuse me. I'm going to be starting off today coloring my images, which is how I start 99% of my cards, and I am using Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers, and I'm going to be coloring all the mice the same way. I'm using mustard, natural beige, and dark brown, and I'm starting by using my middle color, which is mustard, and then I go back in with the dark brown, pull it back out with the mustard, and then blend it all out with the natural beige. So I usually do the medium color first, spread it out along the image, always in circular motions, and then I go back with my shade just where I want it to be darker. The dark brown is very potent, let's say. It's kind of like a red, so I don't do too much because, as you can see, it adds quite a bit of color. Then I go back with the medium color and then spread it all out with the lightest color. And again, you're going to want to use circular motions to prevent any kind of lines or streaks, and to make sure you can really pull the color out and make it move the way that you want it to look. I'm just adding shading to the sides of all the mice, and as I said, these are all colored the same exact way. I do switch things up because they have different accessories, but the mice themselves are colored with the same colors in the same way, and using a damp water brush, but not a very wet one. Next, I'm going to add some pink cheeks and color their insides of their ears with light carmine and pale orange. And I'm going to next color the with light gray and vanilla, the edges of the Santa hats, of the sweater, and of the little headband for the antlers. I'm using lemon yellow, mustard, and yellow for all of the cheese items. I like to use brown when I'm shading yellows. Sometimes I don't, but that's rare. The brown adds an extra dark kind of contrast when I use yellow. Sometimes I want to keep it a pure quote-unquote yellow, so I won't use brown, but I like the contrast of the brown, and I use mustard because it's a very yellowy brown. As you can see, I'm coloring all the cheese images with the same colors. I'm kind of trying to avoid coloring in the holes because I'm going to use the same colors for those. Excuse me, I'm sorry, my cats are just going crazy behind me. I'm going to color in the holes of the cheeses with the same colors, just, I was waiting for the images to dry a little bit so they didn't bleed out, because that would ruin my smooth coloring. I'm also going to next use pink and pale orange to color in one of the Santa hats. This is probably my favorite color combination of all time. I love it. It's so tiny, I wish I could use it more on the card, but it's just there. And then I use just one little bit of beige for the antlers. Just that, no other colors. I did forget to show you the mint color I use for the sweater, so I'm showing you I use turquoise green, light blue, and pale green to create, that's my favorite color combination when I'm coloring mint. Next, I'm using beige, scarlet red, and carmine red to color the other Santa hat. And next, I'm going to use the same color I used, oh no, I'm sorry, I am going to use purple and sugared almond pink to color in the bow of this cheese, and then I'm going to use bright yellow and orange to color in the bow of the other cheese. I was trying to bring in all of the colors from the paper pad I use for my card base. And then I decided to use the same colors I use for the sweater, so that turquoise green, light blue, and pale green to color in the radio. And next, I was just sitting here thinking, how am I going to color the star? I wanted it to be a different yellow than all the cheese. I ended up just using lemon yellow, and I'm going to add some glitter on top. And then I'm using the same gray combination for the base of the tree, which is fog gray and vanilla. And that's it. My images are colored. Okay, next I'm showing you I'm using the Candy Cane Lane paper pad to die cut all the pieces for my card. I used the tiered piece there to cut 2 side panels, and then that front piece to cut the front and the back of the die. I also used this small rectangle to cut out the front opening of the diorama. And then I also used mermaid cardstock to cut out 2 of the panels for inside the die set. These little feet were attached to each side panel with the little toes facing the biggest part of the perforated lines. And that's how it is for both sides. So the feet face different ways, and they each are facing, the little toe is pointing towards the largest piece of non-perforated, if that makes sense. Next, I'm just folding along all the creases. I am folding both side panels, the tabs that are going to hold the diorama together. And next, I'm going to add adhesive to the little tabs that we just folded over, and to just the thinnest part of the creased edge that we folded for this side panels. Just that little, the tiniest little column. I'm also adding some glue because I'm an adhesive-aholic and I don't trust regular tape. So I am using glue as an addition to tape. And I'm just attaching it to the back of my card. And then I'm folding over all these little tabs from the inserts, and then I'm pushing them through and then pulling the tabs back out on both sides of my diorama card. And I'm doing it with both inserts. And you can see that's how easy it is to put together. We're almost done. Next, I'm just going to add my little hidden tabs that go behind on the back side of the front panel. I'm attaching them in between where the little thumb holes are and the frame, so you don't see it from the front, and I'm just sliding the side panels through, and just like that, we have a diorama card. I mean, even that, it's just easy and done. And I love how it looks. The green with the rainbow is, chef's kiss. Next, I'm just using some vellum and the fancy wavy banner to heat emboss the sentiment, which is "We Swiss You a Merry Christmas," which I couldn't decide which sentiment to use on this card because honestly, I loved them all. I love a pun, and this set is filled with them, and I just love it. I'm folding along the creased lines from the die set, and this is basically what the card is going to look like. Spoiler alert. I haven't attached everything permanently. I've only attached them with just a tiny bit of tape. Now I'm attaching them with glue so that they don't go anywhere, but I'm the kind of person when I make a card, which I've mentioned this before, but I have to see it and I have to play with the images, which to me is like part of the fun. For instance, this little guy is going to have music notes because he looks like he's dancing. So I'm just attaching those to a tiny strip of acetate, and then I'm going to attach him to the front so it looks like he's dancing and he's got music notes above him. And then that's something that you can't really lay out until you start kind of attaching things to your card. So that, or maybe you can. I personally can't. I have to see it to know if it works or not. Then that's just how I work. So anyway, now everything's basically attached, and I'm just making sure that it works from all the angles. I'm going to attach the vellum banner and basically just practice opening and closing it, because that's the funnest part of having a diorama card, right? These cute little mice are having a festive party. They're rocking around the Christmas cheese. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. And they're having so much fun. I did end up adding white the white gel pen to the images, as well as some glitter to a few of them. But as you can tell, it's just such a fun card and so festive. I hope that you had fun making this card with me, and that if you make it to Diorama card, you tag me because I want to see them all. I just love them. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a great day. Bye.